Okay, what we're going to do here is taking off all of the railings, not the post though. The railings are coming off, leaving a post. We've got all of the decking coming off, so I don't know if you want an easy switch, but before it is, make sure you're gonna run the new decking in the same method that they got the old decking. Everything's gonna start off square at the gate here, and then just continue around the circumference of the pool. Okay, so we're gonna keep the same framing. Once you get the decking and that off, then what we're going to do, we're also going to be doing the stairs. Some of these are screwed, so I think might be a bit of a bite to get off. So, and the toe boards, the risers. Going to keep the stringers, keeping all these 4x4 posts where they're at, and a 2x6 framing. Okay, so once we get all of that off, I believe this post over here and that fire post over there are the only ones that don't go to the ground. Okay, so we're gonna end up getting, I'll have two separate, the mounting posts that they have for the vinyl railing system. You're gonna just block out underneath where they are, so we got something good to bolt into, okay? And then they don't have any 10-foot, because I would have needed a 10-foot railing here when it's said and done, but we'll get back to that later. We'll go with once we get it off. And this particular post, you see, this isn't down to the ground. This was just designed here so he didn't have such a long span, but that's okay. We're gonna leave that there. And then what I'm going to do, what I wanna do is take a 2x8 from here to that 4x4. You're gonna have to fur it out to where it's squared in. So we're gonna take 2x8, run it up tight, sandwiching this post and that post, running that line to create a header. And then what we're gonna do is underneath that, we're gonna run a 2x10 all the way from here to there to hold that 2x8 up tight here, because that deck is swelling through here. So we're gonna double 2x10 coming down the 8 inches all the way across here, sandwich that, and then go over to that post there to create a header. Okay, and that's gonna support that. I'm gonna have some extra 2x6s. Once you get this off, if you gotta add some more support, you'll be able to. Okay, and what we're gonna do is that each one of these that are into the ground, we're gonna have a 2x8 on each side. Here as a header, a 2x8 all the way up to the joist is just to add a new header, just to cantilever, come out and hold up all of these joists that are coming in here. And then on this end post, okay, you're gonna go with a 2x8 on each side coming up, and that'll be holding up all of these joists so we don't have to count on them just to be on that toenail. You see what I'm saying? So now that 2x8 is going to be tight all the way from here to there on the inside and on the outside on each one of these 4x4s. Okay, and then on the railing, or on the decking, what's going to be nice is we're going to go ahead. I brought you some extra 2x4s. I think a couple of pieces of 16-foot 2x4s. So after you get the decking off, you're going to go ahead and fasten the 2x4 to the outside of this to get you another 1.5 inches out here. So you have 3 inches out here. And then what you can do is I got square nose decking. You're gonna be able to go ahead and fasten the square nose decking to that. So when you run these deckings into it, you can just butt to the square nose. You don't have to worry about cutting around this post. It's gonna dress it up, from one end to the other. And it's gonna look a whole lot nicer. If you feel you wanna take and notch these a little around to get more of a bite on it, that extra 2x4 you mount on here, then you can slide it in another inch or 1.5 inches. You can make that determination, because you're gonna need something for these guys to rest on. So you're gonna have to make sure that you have something going across here. So I brought you plenty of extra lumber to do that if need be. Okay, when you go to the pool, he's got to have at least 2.5 to 3 inches away from the pool so he can put his cover in. But we'll get like all of the the imperfections out before you go ahead and you start doing it. And then when it comes to the railings, we're gonna, on the 4x4s, you're gonna run sleeves, and we got the caps on the bottom and the caps on the top. And then we got enough railing for each one of these to put in across. Of course, like I said, on that end post and that end post there, it's gonna be regular, regular railing system. But all the rest of these 4x4s are gonna have sleeves, and bringing them down to the top of the decking. Here, if you can go to the ground, that's what you're gonna wanna try to do is cut it around the ground. I got stair rails here, stair rails there. We're gonna do decking on top of the stair treads, or the stringers, and then and that's what we're gonna do. I'll be back by that time. So you get the demo all done, move all the material back here where you need it. So it's out of sight over there. And then we're gonna end up doing, this is gonna get sleeved. And probably, you know what, I'm gonna need another stringer, I think, because that decking isn't, I forgot to order that other stringer. So we're gonna put a third one in the middle here. So this will be spindle, short spindle and rail, and short spindle and rail, cap and top. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So this is all cantilever out. If you need to put that extra 2x4 out here. Now, I wasn't planning on running a horizontal here on this inside, just on those outside parameters there. This, I was just gonna stop the decking pretty much how he's got here. But you're gonna want to, we're gonna want to fur that out, that 1.5 inches, I think, on all this, just to give it more support. And then that'll be nice too for when he goes to screw in his ladder there. That'll give him something good to fasten into. Okay, and then the only thing I haven't figured out is the gate. I gotta get the gate material when I get back. We'll see what we got left. All right, have at it.